My mother had no life, my mother had no future, consequently, neither did I. My mother had a fiancé that was actually a comrade of my father. He served in the same labor battalion, and this only came to my knowledge much, much later. But my father asked this comrade, his name was Bela, I called him Uncle Bela, that should anything happen to him, for him to look after us. And he did. And in fact, eventually, my mother and Uncle Bela got engaged. And when the opportunity came to go to Israel, in typical fashion of emigration or immigration, the man leaves the family behind. So he went ahead to Israel and he sent for my mother and I. And when we had the opportunity to go, we were caught. We were caught at the border between Hungary and Czechoslovakia, and we were jailed. I was in jail with my mother for a week before my grandmother was able to get me out, and my mother was jailed for 3 months. And during this time, my mother told me the story of my father and the reason that we were trying to go to Israel. So that was the first time. The second time was during the 1956 revolution, when the Russians came in and brutally put down the revolution. And by that time, I was old enough to make my own decision. And I agreed with my mother that we had no future in communist Hungary. So the rest is history, because I came with my mother and I found freedom and I found a future. I had no reason to leave. I had a very good life with my swimming, with my socializing, with my background. But my mother did explain to me that that was actually just a facade. The future did not hold any real promise. And my mother explained to me, and what really made the decision was what my mother has been saying all her life, that there is no justice here. There is no justice. And at that time, her words were proven, because in 1956, graffiti was appearing on the walls again. Itzig nem kell menni Auschwitzig, meaning, Jews, you don't have to go to Auschwitz. We'll take care of you right here and right now. That was enough for me to believe my mother that I had no future there.